Are you here? Okay.
Yes.
No, so my name is Alexandre, if you speak it in Portuguese, but you can say Alexander or something that suits you better. And I'm the owner of To Be Pilates. To Be Pilates is, it's like a baby. It's a new studio that, it was to be second birthday on 1st June.
Yes, I saw that. Exciting.
Yeah, thank you. And it's like a fresh baby, and it's like to be it's the completion of a dream.
Yes.
When we are on this amazing location in front of the river and the beach here in Oporto, Portugal. I forgot to tell you the location. I'm from
It's all good.
Portugal.
Yes.
Um, and when I was studying, I always thought about working here on this location.
Hmm.
And at some point in the future, the stars aligned, and I could achieve that.
Yes.
I'm not. I don't know if you want me to talk a little bit of my story, just to.
Yes.
Okay. So
Well,
I'm not.
actually,
I'm.
Alexander, before you even get to that, I'd love to hear how you came up with the name. I always believe that there's vision in the name of something, right? Like, so
Yeah.
you call it To Be Pilates. So, how'd you come up with that name?
Well, the name, it was like the heart battle that I have to struggle.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, it was like the hard battle that I had, because you can imagine, but I guess you
Yes.
you can imagine,
Joel.
but
Yes.
it took me. Hey, Joel. It took me like 2 or 3 months is to get to the name.
Oh, really? Eh? Yeah.
Yeah. Because it came through my mind like the weird names that you can imagine, and the names that in one day, oh, it sounds
Yes.
well, and on the next day I just could laugh with the name. It's some people told
Yes.
me, what do you think about this name? And people told, oh, it's look like a club name, like or
Right.
this name. It's not. It's like so like it came through my mind, the name, just for you to know. It's Alpha Pilates, and
Okay.
after that I thought like Alpha Pilates. It's not that doesn't
Yeah.
suit with the state, and then after a lot of time, the To Be Pilates came through my mind, and
Very cool.
now it make and on the point, the moment when I get that name, it's just everything on that moment made a lot of sense, because
Yes.
when I decided to open, I really wanted to fulfill like a place when you can get back to the roots, to
Hmm.
like it's my slogan is back to basics. So it means
Yes.
that when you have the to be, it's like you have to be Pilates,
Yes.
to do Pilates, to work on real
Mm.
Pilates, and to deliver the real Pilates to the people. Not the purpose was not just to open, because nowadays I don't know the reality in Canada, but nowadays the name Pilates sells for itself. Every
Yes.
business that has Pilates on gyms or outside the gyms, if you have the name Pilates associated to whatever you're doing, it sells like a lot. But
Yes.
my purpose was to gather in a place, or together in
Hmm.
one place that you can have and feel the real Pilates. And
Yes.
that's when the name made a lot of sense. And when it came through my mind, I thought, okay, it's
Let's
this
roll
name.
with
That,
that.
that yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Let's work with that. And then of course you can play a little bit on the logo. You can play, and it's made real good looking on the logo, and
Yes.
I'm very proud of the name and
Yes, so you should be.
what came after that.
Well, and you know,
So
that's the thing too. Like when you, in what you're saying there too, I'm sure everyone heard this too. It's not just to do Pilates, it's to be Pilates. And then there's a sense of taking ownership of it, getting it in your body that's different than just performing exercises. And that's kind of what I hear in that being Pilates, right? Like there's a sense of it being more than, and we've talked about this many times on the show, it's more than just repeating exercises and then just making shapes. It's
yeah.
it being in your body from the inside out, right? So that's kind of like, I don't know if I'm throwing more words into your
No,
title,
no,
but
no, no, no. That's true because it's more. It's not. I don't like to call it like a lifestyle, but on a certain point, it's almost like a lifestyle because you
Mhm.
have to, of course, to feel it in your body, but it have to make sense for you too. It means
Yes.
you just don't have to feel the changes on the body, but you have to feel that this method it makes a lot of sense to you for your body for your life because
Hmm.
um, I see a lot of people want to people like can be like everybody, and I think it's like similar in every other country. But people want to perform this exercise or that exercise, and I want to be good at Pilates. So I'm better if I do like the most advanced exercises. I don't think the essence of be Pilates is like that. You do Pilates just for you to feel better with you, with your
Yes.
life.
Yes.
It does if you are an athlete or if you are just a regular person, if you have like an office work, but you have to feel better with
Hmm.
yourself, with others, and that's the purpose. Is Pilates helps you to improve your well-being, your mental skills and your body skills, but the purpose it's not to be better in Pilates, is to, and I guess that's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
well, no, nobody knows because Joe is not with us anymore, but I guess that I like to think that's the what he
I
meant
think so too. Make
to
us
be
like
with
better
the,
at life as
yeah,
opposed
at
to just
life,
better at Pilates. Yes.
not to be a better Pilates execution or a better Pilates performance, but
Yes.
to be better in every
And
other
yes, the ease of
part
life, right?
of yeah,
That
yeah.
yes. The and actually with that, um, you know, that's I'm curious from your perspective, if you're walking down the street and someone asks you what do, how do you explain what you do? And then they say, well, what's Pilates? How in your words do you explain one, what you do and what Pilates is?
Well, if somebody asks me, I automatically say I'm a Pilates teacher or a Pilates coach, if you want to say like that. But
Yes. Right.
I guess that we when we work with other people's health and with other people's feeling, because you're not working with other people's body, you work with other people feelings, and
Hmm.
sometimes during the class uh, people I felt that people need more to like a mental recovery than
Yes.
physical recovery
Hmm.
on that part, or not, because you I can say that you work with other people health using the Pilates method.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
of course sometimes a lot of now in Portugal we have the method are more, people are more aware of the method,
Yes.
because on the if you ask people a few years ago, people just associate Pilates with the football,
Hmm.
and doesn't people wasn't aware that Pilates has the equipment and the apparatus, but now that
Yes.
that image are not the reality, because a lot of people are now much more aware of the true essence of Pilates.
Yes.
And I would say that right away. And for me, Pilates is a little bit what I said before. It's like a method full of logic, you know, because when you it's not like a sequence of exercise. Of course, you have the sequence of exercise, but it's full of logic, and you don't. And of course, when you are deeper and deeper into the Pilates method, you can
so many layers, right?
yeah, you can see and you can feel there are a lot of bonds and a lot of threads, if you want to call it like that. But it's in the meaning is the base. It's like a method full of logic that helps people to improve their physical health and their mental health, and then you can get to the spirit. But the spirit takes a lot of time. And of course, in the beginning, what's scratching the surface, it's the physical health. Then if you have the physical health, you have the mental health, and then eventually you can get to the spirit. It's like climbing a mountain. And
absolutely. It's funny you say that way, because that's kind of the experience of new people coming in. You don't want to give them everything at the same time. You want to get them moving, let them understand it, let them feel comfortable, let them feel competent, and then add the next piece, and then add the next piece, and then add the next piece. So there's a sense of building up to that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I have this new client, and just working with him, who has, he's training for long distance running and all these different things. As an athlete, he gets it. And it was interesting to watch how he moved and had that sense of interest in the movement, because it was different but familiar, and it required the same sense of connectivity that running does. And he was saying, because you need your core to run and all these different things, so you get the sense of efficiency in your movement as your core gets stronger. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, and he was saying it's much like Pilates. So he said, like, Pilates is much like running, in the sense that, like, your core is strong, and then the extremities can move from that strong core. That's much like running.
Yeah, well, I guess when you work with athletes, and well, fortunately I have all kinds of clients here, from athletes to regular people, and the good thing with athletes, it's usually they get better they understand better in the beginning the thing from the core from the center to the limbs. But the challenge for them, and the challenge for you, is to make them work because they, especially in the beginning, they always fall on their comfort zone. And if you have a runner, of course, he has like this good quads, and he has strength on the legs, but I can imagine, to make him understand, it's not the strength to engage the quads as much as he can, but to work the other parts of the body that he doesn't work usually, and he needs to improve his or her running. And it was Joe, but I had a couple of twisted ankles, and I have to quit the career.
Did you really?
Yeah. I had like a seriously no. I quit a couple of years ago. But
did you play like a high level or?
No, not when I was younger. I played. It was a
good level, but
no.
We
It's
just
not
changed
like
subjects to soccer, just like that.
No. I'm not. I wasn't a Ronaldo. Okay, So if I was, I wasn't here. talking about Pilates with you. I was like, now I was
playing Euro Cup
preparing
right
for
now.
the Euro Cup, or saying a press conference, no. But I really love football. But then
Yes.
with the lockdowns and the COVID, I stopped to play soccer because,
Yes.
well, you had to be with a lot of other people that
Yes.
you don't know where people was, and I decided to go with tennis because I love tennis as well. And now
Independence.
I changed my focus. So Joel, you have to update that.
Yes,
No, but
but this is
I
your press conference now, though. So
I know.
yeah.
I have my water, my sponsor water, and
Okay.
I'm fully equipped to my press conference.
Right.
My mics here,
Yes, you're all
so
mic'd up.
I'm here. Yeah. No, I'm here.
And Miguel Silva, what's your connection with him? Like, do you train through his studio? Like, I saw some of Uno Pilates. So
Yeah, my certification program was with Uno,
mhm.
with Uno Pilates, and of course I did a certification with Uno. Then I did the intensive course with Uno as well, and now Uno has a couple of studios that are official centers of the school when the UNO gives the certification program, and to be as well, apart from the studio and the work with the regular clients. It's of course it's the core of the business. We have as well the certification program of UNO because we are one of the official centers here
Yes.
in Oporto. And I met Miguel when I start the certification program, and then I have the relation with him since then.
Cool. Yeah. I
And
know I've had him on as well. He's a great conversation.
yeah,
Funny guy. So it's very
he's a
cool.
great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And
Surfer
no,
too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you surf as well?
No. I tried once, because last year I assigned to do the new vintage program in Los Angeles.
Oh, cool.
The weekends with Jay, and I was able to enter in January
Yes.
of last year. Then you know what happened with with the
Mhm.
world, and
Yes.
I wasn't able to travel anymore. But I didn't try the surf until that time. And then when I was in the United States, I was with Jim, and we start with paddle, and
Mhm.
I'm a very good kneeling paddle performer.
Yes.
When I was on my knees, I can paddle like it
Like a
will
pro.
be like a pro. Of course, it will be hard to beat me.
Right.
And then I tried a little bit to stand up on the on the board and try to surf like a small wave, and it was not like a disgrace. But I don't want to talk.
Change the
I don't
subject.
want to talk about that anymore.
Uh,
So if you can change the subject, I'll thank you. But
right.
I guess because of course, if I surf from the center to the limbs, if I
Right.
have more time
Hey,
to practice,
if only
I
you knew
feel that I
Pilates
have,
or
of
something,
course,
right?
I feel
Like,
that I have a lot of potential. But
right.
as I said, now I'm more focused on
Right.
tennis, so I have
Right.
to keep my attention on my goal,
Right.
But I
Right.
feel that I have a lot of potential,
Right.
especially
It's in your
on
contract too, right? You
yeah
can't. Yeah,
yeah
the tennis contract says you can't surf.
yeah.
So, right.
Of course, of course, of course.
Right.
But
Right.
at some point in the future, you'll see me surfing with Photoshop, of course. But we, on a couple of years,
We'll be
we'll
there.
talk about that.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not.
No.
So when it comes to your space, though, this is the thing. We're just joking around, but like, what made you decide to actually open a studio? Like, when you can just work at other studios and stuff, that's a big step to actually dive into bricks and mortar, starting a space, especially with COVID too. Obviously, we didn't see that
Yeah.
coming, but I mean, it's such a big risk in general. So, what made you decide that now's the time and this is what I need to do and actually have a physical space? For those listening who may not be there, what was your decision-making process in coming to
Yeah.
that?
Well, actually, it's a funny story because my certification. I'm certified in business and administration.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, that'll help.
that's yeah, yeah. And then I was working with I was a CFO of a company, and I was
That
working.
helps too.
Yeah, that helps. And I was working there, and then at parallel, I love to, of course, to run. I was a runner, but at some point in the past, when I was running like about for like 3 or 4 kilometers, I started to felt a lot of pain in my knee, and then I decided to search for something that helped me to recover. And then of course I went to the regular physiotherapy, and then it helped me for like a couple of months. But after that I started to feel pain as usual, and then
Yes.
that's where I dig a little bit deeper on possibilities that I could do to help me recovering my knee. And then I discovered Pilates, and I
Okay.
started Pilates with a regular client, doing group classes, and then it starts to make a lot of sense in my body, and I
Yes.
start to really love the method. And then I decided to do the certification program. That's where when I start with Uno. And well, when I started the certification program, I was still working on the other company. And at the end of the day, I was teaching a couple of classes, and I was working on the company as well. And at some point, I stopped, and I started to think about what I really want to do on the future.
Yes.
And
Mm.
then, as you can say, I took an option to go with Pilates, and I quit my
Yes.
job, and I started to work at another studio, and I started from the ground because I didn't have any clients at the time. And I started to build
Yeah, your
my
client
wallet
base.
of my client base, and I started to catch some experience, to work more, because of course you have to let time work for your
Mm.
body and for your teaching skills as well.
True.
you
Right.
you Nobody starts and it's like a rock star of Pilates. You have to take your time to understand, on the first place, to understand on your body. And then
Yes.
if you understand on your body properly, you can give that to another people. If not, you are
Well said.
giving something that you don't feel. So if you don't feel, I guess that you don't believe in what you're teaching. You're just passing information, and you're not teaching Pilates or something else. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't be a math teacher if you don't believe in math, or if you don't know how to do a proper
Right.
a proper
Equation.
math, equation, of course. And
Yes.
I felt that way. So I decided to get some experience, to start to work, and then at some point in the future, makes a lot of sense to cross my formation and my Pilates experience. And I decided that, of course, if you have that base, that financial base, and if you have the Pilates base, I guess it's like what makes sense for you.
That's
It's
the next
to
step.
open. Of course, the next step is to
Mm-hmm.
open your business, and to open your studio. And it came like naturally. It's a natural, was a like a natural step to open the studio when I can work with my vision, my mission, my goals, and to try to especially try to make people feel what I felt and what I felt about Pilates. And of course, nobody saw it's coming, the pandemic, and it was hard because when I opened like 2 years ago, and then I passed through 2 lockdowns, and
Yes.
it was hard, but of course, if it's like every other business, if you open a business with and if you don't have the vision or the strategy,
Yes. Or the
I guess,
agility,
of course, of
right?
course,
Like a soccer
to of
player, you
course,
need some agility to be able to make those adjustments and those
of course,
pivots,
of course.
because I'm sure you plan to just have pump out clients and classes, and now it's like, and we can't, right? So
Yeah, but you have, of course, you have two options, or you put your head on the sand like an ostrich, or you adapt. It's like adapt to survive, or you adapt your business, adapt your teaching skills, the way that you can get to the clients. Because
yes,
I went online like everybody else, and you don't have the touch. You don't have on the first lockdown. I didn't have the equipment as well. On the second lockdown, I lent some equipment to the clients, and people
oh
start
yes,
to
just
have
to
the
help them,
equipment
right?
to, of course, to work. But
Yes,
in general, people was very very people. I guess the general feeling, it's like we just have to accept. We can't do anything else. But the business and the life has to goes on. Of course, there are people that cracked. It's
yes,
normal. Actually, if it wasn't a pandemic, there are always people that crack, and always people that loses
yeah,
their guides and their the understanding of what's
yes,
good or bad. And yeah, I just have to adapt and to make the business carry on. And I'm here. I'm happy.
that's
Fortunately,
great.
the studio didn't lost clients with the pandemic. So it was like an adjustment. Of course, it was not like a small adjustment that you had to do. It was like a big adjustment. It took a
Big
lot of time
adjustment.
to think and to
Absolutely.
set new goals, set
Yep.
new paths. But hey, that's the funny part of running
I
a
say
business. It's
yeah, I was
not
gonna say that's part of the
yeah,
adventure, right?
of
Like
course, of course,
of running it.
of course.
There's a quote here that you had, and it kind of ties into it, and that's why I made it the title. You said maybe we don't have to push ourselves forward. Maybe we have to stop holding ourselves back.
It was like the quote from the last post. Yes.
Yes, yes. So what does that mean to you? I really that really spoke to me, but like, what does that mean to you when you put that up?
Well, because of course, when I put a caption on the post, I always try to adapt the quote with the photo, and I had the photo, and I was like punching someone, but
Yes,
the the quote said always have something deeper than what's there, and for me, sometimes I have the feeling that we push ourselves forward too hard. So like you have to push yourself to demonstrate something to somebody else, or to I have to be like this, or I have
so
to
we're
be like
proving to
that.
somebody else.
Yeah, like proving to somebody else. And I guess if you went to that path, you are living a life that's not yours. You are always like
Right.
a puppet. So I'm gonna do this because somebody else for because I think somebody else wants me to behave that way, or
Yes.
I'm think on this, or I do like this because it will be good for A, B, or C. And I
Right.
guess what you, of course, it's the same thing about the clients. You don't have to push your clients too hard. You just have to use the methods to let people explore their potential, because every one of us has this our own potential. So our goals and our job as coaches, if you want, or teachers, if you want to call it like that, it's
Yes.
to make people, it's to give people the tools that allow them to explore their own potential. And for us, it's like the same thing. You just you don't have to be like afraid, like a scary cat or a scary dog on the wall. But you're okay, you have your potential, so
Yes.
explore your potential, but don't try to go too much far to prove that somebody else. You have to be aware of your potential. And of course, you have
Yes.
to sleep well at night. And I
Yes.
guess that the purpose of the quote.
Well, yeah, and there's two parts to the quote, right? Like one part is don't push yourself forward so much, and the other part is don't hold yourself back,
Yeah,
right? Like sometimes we make excuses and we to not actually like it's almost like we're afraid to succeed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like we don't want to draw attention to ourselves or whatever. Like there's stuff in there that I was like, oh, like it's not necessarily that I'm pushing myself too hard. It's that sometimes I'm holding myself back.
yeah. It's like that. It's sometimes it's like to find it's the hard part of
Balance.
life. It's of course it's to find a balance of not pushing too hard, try to reach what's not supposed to for you to reach right now, or it's not supposed for you to reach at all. You have to go on another way, but you
Yes.
don't have to step back if you have you can't be afraid, because well, you live one life. You don't
Yes.
have any other chance to do what you can do or what you are
Hmm.
supposed to do. So you don't have to be afraid of, well, since we are social beings, of
Beings.
course we are always worried about other people, or am I
Right.
going to succeed. And especially nowadays with all this social media market, people are a lot of people that are, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna post like that, or I don't know if I'm gonna talk about
Yes.
that stuff, because I don't know, I felt like that, and I have like this will to post or to talk or to to say to other people that
Yes.
I couldn't remember the word that I want to say, but
Yeah.
something like that. We are too much worried about what other people
Yes. Their
would think,
opinions of
or
us,
yeah,
right?
or their opinions. And at some points in Pilates or in life, we are just like holding myself. Okay, I don't want to be noticed, or I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
do this because I can fall, or I can't be succeed. And when the years pass, and when you look back, you did nothing that you could do.
Or
And
we
then
were
you
called to
are,
do because we
yeah,
made excuses for it, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And I
absolutely.
guess it's like that.
Yeah,
Was a
totally.
a very nice quote.
It
A
was.
very,
Actually, I have two more here. I gotta get you. I
okay,
gotta
okay,
get you to
bring it
break them
on.
down. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
bring it on. Don't
So the
worry.
second one was you were talking in the context of using the chair, right? So the wonder
Yeah.
chair or the electric chair, and you're saying the chair doesn't care about your feelings. Be strong and move up. Now, this is why I like this because we spend so much time accommodating with our language and being warm and fuzzy and welcoming and all these
Yeah.
different things. And you're just point blank, the chair doesn't care. Like just move, be strong, all these different things. That's the way that I talk to myself. I don't necessarily talk to my clients like that,
Yeah.
but that's the
Unless
way I talk to
they
myself.
are runners, of course.
Unless they're Iron Man and this is like the easiest part of their day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's the interesting part of this, the dialogue between how we talk to ourselves and how we talk to our clients. Oh, that was good, nice job, well done. you know,
Could be
better luck
better.
next time.
Yeah, better
Yeah.
luck next time.
Right. Whereas for me, it's like, no, not good enough. Get better. It doesn't matter. Muscle through. So there's a sense of, I like that. Sometimes we need to hear that tough love message too. Like, just be strong. Just move, do the best you can.
Yeah.
Be strong and do the best you can, sort of thing. So that's kind of
And
how I heard that. But like, you know, like for you, what's in that for you?
yeah, and you'll be better next time, but on the proper way, not like on the way that okay, don't worry, don't cry. Next
Don't.
time, better luck next time. No, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed, and the one of the things that I love on the method, it's the method. It's challenging all the time. See, even if you have like 20 years of Pilates or
Mhm.
30 years of Pilates or 40 years of Pilates, it's always challenging, and you can always go a little bit deeper, and you can
Yes.
always push yourself to a next level, not too hard, but to a next level on your body, on
Yes.
your understanding. And
I love that, on your
oh,
understanding. Yes,
yeah, and
absolutely.
the apparatus, and especially the chairs are like a hard one. They are supposed to be hard. They are supposed to challenge your balance and your stabilization, and you have to be challenged, and you have to embrace that. You know, it's not
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna do electric chair, but please be gentle. Oh, it's a little bit hard. Oh, I the pedal, it's a little bit. No, it's supposed to be. Of course, it's our job as teachers
Yes,
to see and to understand if people are able to do that
for sure.
with safety or not. But
Yes.
when you enter
Sorry,
the, well, of course,
it's just that balance. I just have to laugh
of course,
because there's that balance between like man up and do this, and I understand that this might be dangerous for you. Like there's
of course, of course. But
so this is
when
fine.
you enter the arena, it's your
Yes,
fight. You know, when you sit on the
right.
chair, when you stand up on the chair, or the wounded chair, that you have like a lot of exercise that
Yes,
definitely try to work on your balance and on
yes.
your understanding of the minute. And when you enter the chair, you just have to embrace that. You can enter the chair when you can't enter on the arena like, oh, I have to fight. No, no. You enter
We've
or
trained
not,
for this moment.
and of
You
course
might
you
die.
might die. You might not survive. You might lose an arm or a leg or the teeth. You know,
Yes,
but
yes,
hey,
yes.
better luck next time. And
Right.
of course, I have the luck that I have a couple of dentists as the clients at the
Yes.
studio. So if somebody loses their teeth, I can
You
introduce
have a
people to each
connection.
other. Of course, I have a connection, and so you have to think about that. You know,
Right.
like the strategy of the video. You always have to have a dentist and a doctor. You know, you never know. Huh? You never
Right.
know. No, but
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
like that. You have to embrace the equipment are not supposed to be comfortable. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to enter in Pilates and feel, oh, I'm so relaxed. It's so good. No, you have supposed to do a
Challenge.
workout and
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
challenge you.
Yes.
And so you just have to embrace that. It took time, and
Yes.
then you start to love.
Yeah.
But it
Exactly.
took a lot of time.
All the sadistic
So
teachers are coming out now. Like you might die.
yeah, yeah, they are coming. They are coming.
Yeah, go ahead. That resonates.
Like mushrooms. They are coming. They are
Yes.
coming from the ground. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's funny because like you know that's the thing, and I've been saying this the last 2 days with two of my male clients is like this is a safe place for you to fail. I actually want
Yeah.
you to not be able to master this exercise today. Like you want to master this exercise today. I want you to fail today safely. I want you to feel challenged. Like I have to chase after this. This is going to take me months, maybe years
Maybe
to
years.
figure out, right? Like,
Yeah.
and get people out of that mindset that I can instantly figure this out today. I'm throwing stuff at you so that you will fail. So don't be mad at yourself because you didn't nail this exercise today. I'm giving you something that you're not going to figure out today on
Yeah.
purpose. Right? You know, so
That's why I show you some love. You know. I know. I
yeah.
know you won't. I know you won't. But I want you to fail. You know.
Right.
Just
Yes.
like to show me some respect. You know.
Yes. It's like
No, no,
I'm the
no.
professional here right now.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know,
So
Yes.
it's for you to show. No, it's of course you have to, as usual, you have to find that balance too. Of course,
Yes.
there are people couldn't feel like they are incapable or incapable of doing or to perform.
Yes.
It's of course it's our job to make them to find that balance and to make them understand. Okay, it's a process. It's good for you right now. It's good for you to improve some skills or
Hmm.
to improve some work that I want you to do. But don't worry, you're not gonna do it. And people, especially the yeah, I don't. Of course, you have, but it's hard when people are so perfectionist that people want to
Yes.
do it perfectly on that
First time.
first time or second time. Oh, suddenly people say, "Oh, I used to do it better in the past." So don't worry, you people are different every day. So it's just for you
Yes.
to work and to get better, to improve something, and it's part of the as usual. It's part of the process, and for us
Yes.
it's for us as a teacher it's good as well because at some point we can think, oh, okay, I give this exercise, but people are not ready to do this exercise. I
Yes.
fail here, I fail there,
Right.
but it's challenging for us and
Hmm.
for them, and I guess that's the beauty
That's the
of the
beauty of
teaching.
it.
If of course, if not, rather a part of that, if it wasn't like that, it will be like boring to teach a lot of
Yes.
classes on a day and to be and just have to repeat the exercises, and you don't have the challenging. And I guess it's the part of the magic.
Right. That no, well said. Absolutely. Because it would be boring at either end if you made every class so
Yeah,
easy that everyone could just get through it and I'm just reading, exercises off a list.
yeah,
That's nothing. Or if I make every exercise so hard that no one succeeds ever, that's also
yeah.
discouraging, right? Like both sides were just like, just put a pencil in my eye. I don't want to do this anymore, right?
Of
Like,
course.
so we need to find that sweet spot. And actually, here's the third quote. Here's the third one that you put out there, and this is a Bruce Lee quote. It said, "The strongest tree is easily cracked. A bamboo." She was like, "Consider a bamboo or a willow is survived by bending with the wind."
That was like a very nice quote because I have bamboos on my studio,
Yes, there you
and
go.
it was like a marketing. No,
Yes,
no,
this is a.
no. It's no, no, no. It's like um, I guess when you and the other day I put some Muhammad Ali quote as well, and
Yes,
I guess when you to reach a high level
I love that one too. And
of
that's on my feet. Yes,
high level performance in sports, you have to your mind has to be in place, and you can't just beat and to be speaking about it was like a parenthesis there, not speaking
yes,
about
being
the
like
coach. You
really
can't be
rigid. Yeah,
rigid, or you have
yes,
to, of course it's like the sky scratcher, right? The sky
yes.
scratcher, it's not an static building. The building is
The top
made to
sways.
of
Yeah,
course it's to adapt, to catch the wind and not to break. And
yes,
for us in life and teaching, it's the same way. You can be so strict that no, you have to do like this or you have to go like this. It's part of, well, it demonstrates some intelligence, and
hmm,
also it you have to have your mind in place and to understand and
yes,
to be humble, that you understand that nobody knows everything, you
hmm,
know. And
yes,
you have to be flexible enough to accept that you're not always right, and that you can learn from everybody else, from the
yes.
clients, from other teachers, from people, from other business or other works, because
The
I
other
felt that
industries, right? Like,
under industry, because I felt at
yes,
some point I don't know, and it's funny, but I mentioned that with a client this week, I felt that when you talk with with the other Pilates teacher, or when we are with the other Pilates teachers, the conversations are always about Pilates, and you don't expand your horizon, and it's like the world not,
It's a
doesn't
narrowed in.
exist, and
Yes.
our world is just Pilates, and it's good to of course to know about Pilates and to, but our brain is supposed to was made to develop, and we it's good for us to know from other industry, from other examples in another area, to
Yes.
know other parts of life, because life it's so has so many things to discover,
Yes.
so many other interesting fields that if you are narrow, just I just can talk about Pilates, or I just know about Pilates, our brain will be like like so small,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so we have to be flexible enough to expand our, as well, to
Yes.
expand our horizons, to expand our areas of interest, and you never know if at some point in the future it helps you on your business, on your Pilates skill, or
Yes.
if you see like a lawyer that succeeds, or a director on a company, or on a fabric that succeeds, and if you can learn from their example to help you be a better person or a better teacher,
Yes.
it will be, you have to, like I say, you have to be the flexible part. It's
Yes.
you
Like a
can
bamboo.
of course you can adapt to everything. And
Right.
it was another quote that I love, and I decided to use, because you can use it, of course, for Pilates, for your performing of the exercises, but
Hmm.
especially for
Your mindset.
for your life, for your
Yes.
mindset, of course.
Yeah, that's true. And I think if I could add one more layer to that quote, is just simply that whether it's a stiff oak tree, a willow, or a bamboo, all of them have deep roots,
Of course.
right? Like the root system has to be solid, or else it's still gonna uproot anyway. So that's where we learn. And for you, you're saying being a CFO, the things that you learned there are helping you with your Pilates. And then if you continue to dive deep here, if you make another pivot, the things you learned in both places are going to help you in the next place. So we should always be deeply rooted in what we're doing, but also flexible to recognize that we can learn from everywhere.
Of course, you have to have your feet on the ground and
Yes.
your mind
I
at
saw.
the sky. You
Yes.
have
Yes.
to feel what's your, or to know what are your roots, your family, your friends, your values, and that's the thing that you can have all your life. And
Yes.
then you just have to live your life. And sometimes you are on a place that you feel, okay, I found my place, but then life happens, and you can go to any other place or any other country. But if you have your roots deepen in you, it will be easier,
Yes.
and you don't lose your essence. And I guess that's the
That's well said.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most important part of the thing. I don't know.
Absolutely. That's true. That was a great press conference.
Thank
That's
you
an
so
hour,
much. It
man.
was a pleasure. It was like a flash. It was,
It,
but
it was.
yeah.
I'm like 59. Yo,
Yeah,
this is quick.
59. Okay, so no, it was quick. Thank you so much. It was a
My
real
pleasure.
pleasure to have this conversation with you. I don't remember if I thank you on the beginning, so I want you to thank you right now for your invitation and for your initiative. I guess it's I know that, I guess I know, and I have to congratulate you. It's a
Thank you.
beautiful initiative, and yeah, that's it. I just have to
Yeah,
thank you.
no, I appreciate it.
Looking forward to see Joel to drink a Superboc again, and you are invited. Of course,
Okay.
Martin, Superboc, it's the best beer ever that you
Is
have
it?
in Port. yeah, of course, it's Portuguese, you
All
know.
right, there I got it up.
So it's like
Nice.
that. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone else who joined us as well. Joel is thanks for chirping us in the chat section, and for everyone else. See Darren Tickles here. Meryl, hello. Yeah, and all of your people, all your people cheering us on here as well. Thank you so much. All right, my friend, I will send you the replay of this later. Thank you again for our
Okay,
chat today. I really
Martin,
appreciate it.
thank you so much.
All
See
right,
you
yeah,
later.
see ya.